Finished building up a couple of tools this week. One is a torch. This torch will give us about 3,200 degrees. It's for loosening up rusted parts. So we made all this set up so we could use the bigger tanks that are a lot cheaper to fill. Made all this up. Had to modify the end of the torch we ordered in because it didn't fit any of this right. So we got all that done. Torch works fine. Finished up the up the air compressor today. Got the new belts in, got the new engine in.
New belts and a new engine?
Yep. Well, everything's new, even the compressor's new. Harbor Freight. And this is just an industrial belt supplier. Hooked it all up. Works just fine.
Oh, yeah.
Still have to do a little painting on the tank. But other than that, it's done. Now we can fix our red truck out there that's been up on jack stands for half a year. All the rusted parts don't let you fix what's there unless you buy everything new.
Yeah.
That'd be like $1,000 to buy all new parts for that. That's a lot of money. So we're going to try fixing what we got there. It should work.
All right. Very cool.
This is the gas-powered compressor we finished last weekend. So we're using that today to supply the air we need for repairs on the truck. And this is an air regulator and oiler, and it has gauges on so we can tell what the pressure is on these lines. This is the other tool we finished over the weekend. It's a propane torch. Got all that hooked up and ready to go. And you can see from some of the parts that we already took out, they're rusted in. They were like, the rust made them pretty much welded right in place. There's a sequence you have to go through to get these out. You have to heat the parts up first to 500 to 600 degrees. Then you can put the press on. This is the pin press. You can't put the pin press on first and then heat it up. I did that on one over there, and it just took so much, the pin press sucks so much of the heat off, your pins never get hot enough. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take this pin, the lower pin, off of this side. Got to press that out. You can see it's rusted in, and this is a 2003 truck, and in 20 years they never replaced these pins because they rusted in and They just said, oh, the heck with that. We won't replace them. They have to be replaced. So you watch the sequence, heat up the pins, apply the pin press, and sometimes it takes a few times going back and forth, but eventually we'll get it. Check the rotation of your tool first.
Ah,
It is reversed. As to take it off. That's going the right way. Righty-tighty. See the pins moving. See just a little bit. This thing's about 2,000 pounds of hammering force.
wow.
gotta put spacers in there.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Check it again, righty tighty, right?
Yeah, you better.
Righty tighty.
Okay. Okay, another spacer. All right.
Sounds loose.
Sure is.
I'm not going to pick that up by hand because that is still hot.
I can believe that.
That's one just sitting there.
Mhm.
So there you have it. We'll shut that off.
Okay.
It was impossible to just beat those out, no matter how hard you beat. You're not going to get this out. We had to invest in all these tools, the compressor, the torch. To buy two tools. This is a 1-inch impact wrench. We have an air hammer in there for putting the parts back in. These are actually, can't even touch that.
I wouldn't.
Here. You can see these are two different parts. You have a chrome plated spring that goes in there,
Mm-hmm.
and then your pin goes inside that spring.
Spring has a split down the side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can see it's supposed to just come loose because that's chrome or stainless, one or the other. But this pin, since it's not stainless, it rusts and becomes a solid piece of whatever it's in. We tried beating those out. No amount of beating was gonna help. I had to buy this pin press and modify it to go in back of that particular rim or wheel.
Yeah, behind the rim. Yeah.
This press puts 10,000 pounds of force on that pin. You can see it still took the wrench, the impact wrench, over 2,000 pounds of hitting force to make this 10,000 psi, over 2,000 pounds of beating force on that to put enough force on this pin press, so this 10,000 plus pounds of force barely even drove those pins out.
And you had to apply heat.
Yeah.
To expand the metal.
The 10,000 pounds of force wouldn't do it.
No.
You had to heat up the part. When you heat it up, you can see how badly these are corroded. They've never been replaced. And that's what the brake shoes rotate on.
Oh, okay.
So you have to have good parts for it to rotate on.
Mm-hmm.
When you apply heat, this metal expands in two directions. It expands outward. It'll actually grow in diameter, but it grows more longitudinally.
Oh, okay.
And you can see where the metal was actually welded together inside of here. All that is like welded rust. And when you heat the part up, it expands it and breaks the weld.
Okay. All right.
It's a rust weld. And then as you're heating it up, it expands in this direction, but more in that direction, so that the metal breaks the weld. That's what heat does for you. It loosens parts up because the parts expand and break the rust weld. That's the last one. We have all four of the pins out now. So I can go back through, remount these little areas here, ream those back out.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Repaint all that, and then start putting the new parts in. It's been about half a year putting this project together over the winter. No big rush or anything, but now we can assemble everything and get the wheels back on this truck.
Yes.
We have new brake pads. We put in new seals. The last people that worked on this did not set the bearings properly. We had to study how to reset the bearings, so we did it right.
Mm-hmm.
Re-greased all the bearings and everything. Put in new air chambers. And those are new air chambers
Oh.
because they were rotted out. new shocks back there.
Okay.
This is all new.
White.
Huh?
Yeah, the wiring.
No, that's not wiring, that's tubing.
Oh, tubing. Oh, yeah.
Those are, I don't know what the hell that is. I think it's for the windshield wiper or the windshield fluid. This is all new air line in here. I had to put all these in so we could set up the air for the trailer.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Now this truck can pull a trailer that has air brakes or electric brakes, either one.
Okay.
And we're getting it back on the road so we can go camping. So that's it for this lesson. That's how you remove unremovable brake pins, rusted in brake pins.
Yes.
It was tough. Even at that, the tools were struggling, everything was struggling. Because once rust takes over and it welds stuff, it's like all welded together. It's one piece. You have to break the pieces apart.
Oh.
Well, that's it for now.